The next talent I would like to show you is called Elmar Zemgalis. Here you can see a pictures. I don't know why the E is missing from the name, so don't ask me please. Maybe just a typo. But I know that sometimes they have different ways to call themselves the Soviet player. This guy was coming from Latvia, obviously long time ago, before the Soviet Union annexed it. He escaped, it seems, to US, and in US was able to have a good life. It seems, and this is very interesting, he played against this Zion that was a kind of end computer chess game, and he won when he was already old, like more than 70. And it seems he was recognized a grandmaster ad honorem by FIDE before the end of his life. The game I want to present you in fact comes from a tournament here in US. I honestly didn't know anything about him. I find, however, very interesting that thanks to this book I come to know players that I never heard of, like this Zemgalis. I never heard of him, and that for me it's an interesting thing, honestly. Okay, this is game 169 from the book. It was played against Pafnutiev, white. Zemgalis is black, in the US Open in Milwaukee in 1953. Notice that Mr. Zemgalis won the Washington State Championship in 1953 and in 1959. Let's enjoy this game, that at least is not crazy like the one with the Evans Gambit. D4, knight f6, c4, e6, this is the Ninso Indian, knight c3, bishop b4, e3, castle, bishop d3, d5, knight g e2, c5, castle, knight c6, a3, d takes c4, bishop takes c4. I think we have seen a game with Petrosian that was white that had this kind of configuration. C takes d4, a takes b4, d takes c3, b takes c3, queen c7. So Zemgalis avoid the exchange of queens. Bishop a3, rook d8, obviously occupy the file, but he also avoids a possible discovery. Queen c2, knight e5, bishop a2, b6, b5, bishop b7. And here the things can start to look kind of scary for white, because two knights that are pointing at this, the queen pointing at this, the bishop pointing at this, it's an attack coming clearly. Knight g3, h5, h4, knight e g4, and rook f e1. And here the author of the book put a diagram, and it says the pair of knights leap over every obstacle put in their way, and they will be in charge of deciding the fight. Okay, if you say so. Knight e4, knight f1, and rook d2. Oh, wow, that's a good blow. Because if this goes away, this enter, so it's a mess. A guided missile that disrupts any possibility of defense. letting the queen into h2. Yeah, like I just said. Okay. Knight takes d2, and the game is over practically. Accepting the sacrifice only leads to checkmate. Black is hopelessly lost. No, it's not black, it's white. So it's obviously a mistake here written in the book. It's white that is hopelessly lost. And his only way out is to sacrifice the queen. Okay, let's see. Queen h2, king f1, and knight g3. We've made the next move. Okay. So, can you see the mate here? Let's say that you take on g3, obviously the mate is here, queen takes g2, okay? Let's see if it did something different. Can I do something different? Nope, because that is a knight check, so you need to stop it. Okay, that's a very nice game. So I hope you enjoyed the book and the games from this book, and nothing. Let's go to the next book to review. By the way, just to show you, in the book there are many pictures from ancient times. And so they actually did a good job at trying to find some representation of the players they talk about and of their period, okay? So I think this is also very nice.